Hello everybody, it's your girl Naturallytash again, and I'm back with another quick hair shadowing video using the NYX primal colors. They have lots of colors, but my favorite here lately is the hot yellow, especially on my newly red hair. But you can also get from Ulta this honeybee. Now this is a little bit darker than this one, but I actually like this one the best. But before I get into this hair shadowing video, I have to address the hair shadowing phase that went rampant. Let's start with how it started. A popular YouTuber whose name I won't say because I won't give her any more credit did a tutorial on putting eyeshadow in your hair. Now granted, I did my first hair shadowing video 2 years ago, so it took this girl 2 years to catch up. But anyway, when I first initially saw the video, I came at her very nicely. I asked her where did she hear about this method from, and she said a friend told her. So I know exactly who the friend is, whose name I also won't say, but this friend followed me on Instagram for a good amount of time. So if you're going to tell me that she never heard of me, I just don't believe that. This girl told me she never heard of me before. She said she technically didn't copy off of me because she called it putting eyeshadow in your hair as opposed to how I started calling it hair shadowing. When I started hair shadowing 2 years ago, wasn't nobody putting eyeshadow in their hair, and they definitely weren't talking about putting color tattoo in their hair. I still love to use color tattoo, but color tattoo to me is so 2 years ago. The colors are very limited. I've used every color and every combination, so I've moved on. Ulta is your best friend. Powders and creams and all kind of colors at Ulta. You can mix and match. You know that I mix and blend, so I don't have the same color. When I confronted this YouTuber about it, once again, she told me she never heard of me. She said that I cannot copyright something like put an eyeshadow in hair because it's like Bantu knots and anybody can do Bantu knots. But how I see it is, I'm not asking for much. All I was asking for was a shout out. I know I started this 2 years ago. When I was hair shadowing, wasn't nobody calling it hair shadow, wasn't nobody knowing to use color tattoo at all. So I just want to know, where did she get that from? She never answered me. All she said was she got it from her friend, the same friend that I know used to follow me on Instagram. But nevertheless, I'm not going to waste my time talking about either one. I know where it started, and I'm pretty sure they know where it started. I've lost followers due to this because I guess they feel like they have to choose sides between this particular girl and me, which I really don't care about. All I'm doing is sticking up for myself. I know I started this. I know I was the first one to do it, and all I was asking for was a little bit of credit. So, to the YouTuber who felt like she had to steal my idea and not give me credit, this is to you. Anywho, let's move right along. I am using the Primal NYX colors. This color will last in your hair a good 1 to 2 days. Color tattoo will last for a week, and it's creamy, so it's a little bit heavier on your hair. This is lighter on your hair, and these Primal colors are so vivid and bright that you will absolutely love them. They have pinks, they have greens. I've tried every color. If they don't have the NYX, go for the Ulta Honeybee because it will give you the same effect. This eyeshadow, I'm just going to do the tips. I don't know if I'm going to do my whole head. I'm kind of just going to freestyle it, but I'm just going to do the ends to give myself some yellow highlights in my red hair. I had a follower call it ketchup and mustard, which I thought was pretty awesome, so I'm going to call this my ketchup and mustard curls. You can do this just like you would hair chalk. Open it all the way like this. First off, before we do that, make sure you put a towel down in your lap and wherever you're going to be because the powder just go into the air and it will get on everything. But it honestly isn't as bad as the color tattoo. Like I said, color tattoo is so 2 years ago. That's the first thing I ever used. If you don't believe me, check my stats. Look at my videos. Look at the date when it was published. That pretty much says it all. Anywho, I'm going to start here. You put it down with your finger and just go all the way down with it. Press down and then rub in with this one. Down and rub, down and rub. Down and rub, down and rub. And if you do a big section like this, I always like to pull it apart. Down and rub, down and rub. These colors are so vivid and bright. And it's really even less of a commitment than the color tattoo because this really will just last you 1 to 2 days if you pineapple at night. This is my new favorite color on my red. It's just so vivid and bright. You can see it so good. But I think that this color will look really, really awesome on black hair. I guess 2 years from now, that same YouTuber will put out a video using this, saying that, you know, it was her idea, she got it from a friend. You must excuse me, I'm a little bitter about it. I don't ask for much. All I ask for is my props. Down and rub, and you can already see the difference. You can do as much or as little as you like. These high pigment colors really spread because look, I've barely used any. And we're going to keep going. Down and rub. Separate. Down and rub, separate. I'm going to go all over here. Great thing about hair shadowing is you can put this wherever you want, whenever you want, and then be done with it in a few days like it never happened. I really would like to thank all my followers who have given me all the support since this happened. I get tons of emails and DMs saying, you know what, Naturallytash, don't worry about it. We know you started it, and these other YouTubers are just showing their true colors. I must say, I'm not really worried about it. It just kind of bothers me in a way. That you couldn't even just say, you know, shout out to Naturallytash for the inspiration. Instead of, oh, I've never heard of you at all. Okay, the natural circle isn't that big. Pretty much every natural knows about naturals that are a little well known. Just doing the ends, down and rub. You can do big spots, little spots. Ketchup and mustard. Who else you know rocking ketchup and mustard curls? A little bit more. Pull it apart. And you see how the powder will spread on your hand? But it's easy wipe off. Now, just that little bit that I've done, use this entire thing. So, if you wanted to have a more all-over effect, I would get about 2 or 3. They're not that much. They're like $3.99 at Ulta. These I caught on sale for $3, so I stocked up. Now, this color isn't that different at all from this one, and I'll show you. They're very, very close. You really can't tell the difference at all. And there you go. Ketchup and mustard curls. I'm going to do this one last one and that'll be all. And voila! This is my favorite color combo right now. It's almost like a yellowish blonde. Clearly you know it's yellow, but it's like a yellowish blonde. Once again, I'll tell you, it's the NYX Primal Colors and the Ulta Honeybee. Now keep in mind, if your hair is brown or black, it's going to look different. My hair is red. If you guys watch my deep conditioning color, you know that I put the raspberry in there and now I have the yellow on top. 2 temporary colors. One will wash out. One will actually fade out. This color will fade out in like 2 days and the other will wash out in a month. No commitment. Happy coloring, ladies.